Peace and blessings, everybody. I pray everybody having a blessed day. So, guys, again, I've been talking a lot about health and wellness, lately and stuff like that. And I just want to share that, I find myself in the gym or on these calls when I talk to people. I find myself overly talking, right? You know what I'm saying? And because I could get super passionate about, you know, health and wellness and stuff like that. And as a coach in any field, one thing that we notice is that, and it's not just not taking action with the actual coach, right? It's just taking action, period. And you know, and my advice to people, like, just don't just listen and not do anything. You know, don't be entertained by all this stuff. Like, the bad part of social media is that, people could just really sit back and just watch somebody else do it. And you could literally be having the same issue, and this person is showing you that they have overcame it. And for every reason, a lot of us as a whole, we won't put the work in. Cause something in our mind is saying that it's too hard, or it's gonna take a lot of this, or I gotta give up this. And cause it is a crazy understanding. It is a crazy, I call it malfunction, because your previous, I laugh when I say this, but your previous programming is gonna have to go. And sometime in that transition, people get stuck in hearing all this stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's really nothing new under the sun. You know what I mean? That's scripture. It's nothing new under the sun. So it's not like, even when I'm talking to people, that is kind of like the first time you hearing it, But your previous perspective of your own self and your lifestyle is having trouble with going into the new one and understanding that, could I even be this person, or I can't. Like, the negative talking is already started, like, you know what I mean? Because it's a mirror, and your previous self is looking at what it could be, and that thing get nervous, a malfunction, and the understanding that you have at that moment is being challenged. He's like, what? And you go through this, but still a lot of us, we get stuck in that, you know what I'm saying? And I just encourage you guys to really get up and do something, man. Like, even in the Bible, it tells you to be doers and not just hearers, because even though you hearing these things, there's no benefit just being hearers. You have to do it. That's where the benefit comes from. Being being doers of the word, not just hearers. You'll never see the fruit of what God is talking about if you don't go and put it into action. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with anything, man. Like, because this previous self of you, you put the work in, if you believe it or not. And you made it a lifestyle, if you believe it or not. And you believe what you was told about that, if you believe it. And you're listening to the shaking. You listen to and you believe in what been told, if you believe it or not, for whatever, how long, you know what I'm saying? So when somebody like myself come in, or others come in and tell you that you're better than this previous self, something happens. And I encourage you guys to really, really not just sit there and listen to what's being told, because we're saying these things for a reason, because we could see, because we used to be you, you know what I'm saying? So we could see you, we know exactly what you gotta do. And you know what I'm saying? And another thing, don't get caught up in being entertained by social media. It's cool, like myself, every now and then, I'm always trying to work. How can I motivate? How can I inspire? Like, what could I do? And on my downtime, I'm a real Bible dumper. I listen to a lot of podcasts when it pertaining to the Lord, and outside of that, you know, I look at a lot of old NBA basketball games from the 90s on YouTube and stuff like that, man. But outside of that, it's just distractions, man. It really, really is. And what happens is, and I got caught up in it a little while ago, is that every day you'll be scrolling, and next you know, you done lost a whole week and you don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? So, but saying all that, back to the point of this video, is that get up and get out and do something. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say it. You're great. You know what I'm saying? You are an amazing person. You are a child of God. He created you to be not this version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's a heavy population of us that's walking around with excess weight on us. It's not about being skinny. It's not, about, really being overweight to a degree, because it's really about being healthy. Now, being healthy ranges differently for everybody, you know what I'm saying? And just jump on that again. I said in many videos, I'm just crazy that a lot of us could really be healthy, man. I really believe that we could have a nation of people that's really going against the grain, because when you look out the window, it's a lot of things that they're throwing at us, and a lot of it is that, I could only afford this, and that's not true. I could only afford junk food. Nah, man, I could only afford canned crap and all these different things. No, we could really do better than that. And the other thing is that, we get into this mindset and not believing outside of what we previously are dealing with, and like at that moment. You know what I'm saying? I play sports, but when I got to 300 pounds, it was hard for me to believe that I could go back down and even better. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the mindset, but please get up and do something, because I'm telling you, you're great and you could do better than what you have going on right now. And I have a 16-week program right now that I'm offering to people, accountability partners. So if that's you looking for somebody that's going to be on your back and help you do the things and remind you, and when you're going through bad times, somebody's going to pick you up and all that, and we both seeing the weight, your body change, and the weight go down on the scale, and our taste buds go back to being where it originally was, and all these different things. Click the link in the bio. Big Bro is here. I got you. Outside of that, guys, I love you. Don't just sit there and listen, man, and get up. Even without a coach, do something. I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you. See you guys later. Peace.